Have you ever wondered if your digital footprint is completely safe and secure? In this grand age of technology where we've managed to condense the world into our pockets, it's a question that deserves some serious thought. The digital revolution has brought us unprecedented convenience and connectivity, but it has also ushered in a new era of potential risks. Let's take a moment to delve into the darker side of this digital age. We are speaking of cybersecurity threats, a term that sends shivers down the spines of many tech enthusiasts and ordinary individuals alike. This isn't some dystopian fiction we're discussing here. This is very much a reality of our hyper-connected world. The rise of cyber threats in recent years is nothing short of alarming. As we've woven technology more deeply into the fabric of our lives, we've inadvertently opened up countless avenues for cybercriminals to exploit. From personal data breaches to crippling ransomware attacks on major corporations, the spectrum of cyber threats is vast and continues to expand. Now you might be wondering, why should I be concerned? The truth is, in this digital age, we're all woven into the internet's intricate web. Your personal information, your financial data, your very identity, all are potential targets for those lurking in the shadows of the digital world. And it's not just individuals who are at risk. Businesses, governments, and entire nations can be crippled by a well-executed cyber attack. The key to combating these threats lies in understanding and awareness. It's about knowing the potential risks associated with our online activities and taking the necessary precautions. We need to be vigilant, cautious, and proactive in safeguarding our digital footprint. In the evolving digital landscape, we are all potential targets of cyber attacks. But remember, knowledge is power. Let's not be fearful, but rather informed, prepared, and resilient in the face of these digital threats. The dark side of technology need not overshadow its immense potential for good. Did you know that cyber threats are not just a thing of the movies? Let's pull back the curtain on the real-life drama that unfolds in the world of cybersecurity. We're not talking about a fictitious plot from a Hollywood blockbuster. We're talking about genuine threats that have impacted thousands of lives and systems around the globe. Take, for instance, the infamous WannaCry ransomware attack of 2017. This wasn't a script written for an action-packed thriller. It was a real-life nightmare that affected over 200,000 computers in more than 150 countries worldwide. Organizations were held at ransom, their data encrypted and held hostage by anonymous entities demanding payment in Bitcoin. The impact of the WannaCry attack was tremendous. It disrupted critical infrastructures, including healthcare services, telecommunications, and transportation systems. In the United Kingdom, the National Health Service was hit hard, with patient records inaccessible and emergency services disrupted. But the implications of such an attack go beyond the immediate disruption. The WannaCry attack highlighted the vulnerability of our global systems. It showed us how interconnected we are and how a single point of failure could ripple across the world, causing widespread chaos and damage. It also underscored the importance of keeping our systems updated and secure. The WannaCry ransomware exploited a known vulnerability in the Windows operating system, a vulnerability that had been patched months before the attack. But those who had not updated their systems were left exposed, a stark reminder of the importance of regular software updates and patches. The aftermath of the attack was a wake-up call for many, prompting a worldwide effort to beef up cybersecurity measures. It was a stark reminder that cyber threats are not just a thing of the movies but a very real and present danger. These real-life incidents highlight the severity and potential harm of cyber threats. So as we delve deeper into the darker side of technology, remember, this isn't just a story, it's a reality we live in every day, a reality that we must be prepared to face and overcome. But what exactly are these cyber threats we talk about so often? When we delve into the realm of cyber threats, a few key players tend to dominate the scene. Let's start with malware. Short for malicious software, malware is any piece of software designed to cause harm to your digital environment. This could range from viruses that replicate themselves to corrupt your files, to spyware that surreptitiously monitors your activities, to Trojan horses that sneak in under the guise of legitimate software only to wreak havoc once inside. Then we have phishing. Picture this. You receive an email that seems to be from your bank, asking you to verify your account details. It looks authentic, it feels authentic, but it's not. It's a bait, a trap designed to trick you into revealing sensitive information. That's phishing in a nutshell. Cyber criminals use phishing to steal personal information, credit card details, and more, often resulting in identity theft and financial loss. And let's not forget ransomware. This type of cyber threat is like a digital hostage situation. Cybercriminals infiltrate your system and encrypt your files, effectively locking you out. You're then presented with a demand: pay a ransom, typically in untraceable cryptocurrency, to get your files back. And even if you do pay up, there's no guarantee you'll get your data back. The impacts of these threats can be devastating. Malware can corrupt or destroy important data, causing downtime and loss of productivity. Phishing can lead to identity theft and financial ruin. Ransomware can paralyze entire organizations, leading to massive financial and reputational damage. But don't despair. Knowing is half the battle, as they say. By understanding the mechanics of these cyber threats, we can better equip ourselves to recognize and avoid them. We can also develop effective strategies to mitigate their impacts should they manage to breach our defenses. Understanding these threats is the first step towards building a robust defense against them. Have you ever considered the real cost of a cybersecurity breach? Let's delve into the financial implications of cyber threats. Picture this: a well-established company with a solid reputation and millions of customers worldwide suddenly becomes the victim of a cyber attack. Their database, full of sensitive customer information, is breached. The cost of such a breach can be monumental, sometimes running into billions of dollars. Take the case of a global corporation we discussed earlier, which suffered a massive data breach a few years ago. The immediate financial impact was staggering, with the company shelling out hundreds of millions of dollars in damage control, customer compensation, and regulatory fines. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. The company also lost a significant amount of business due to the breach. Customers, afraid of their data being compromised again, took their business elsewhere. This loss of trust resulted in a dramatic drop in sales, further adding to the financial hit. Moreover, the company had to invest heavily in upgrading its cybersecurity infrastructure to prevent future attacks. Another significant expenditure. And remember, this is just one company we're talking about. Now, imagine the cumulative cost of cyber threats across all businesses around the globe. It's a staggering figure that runs into trillions of dollars annually. But beyond the eye-watering numbers, there's another cost that's harder to quantify, yet equally significant: the cost to our trust. In the digital age, trust is a valuable commodity. We trust technology with our personal information, our memories, our financial transactions, and so much more. A breach in cybersecurity shakes that trust to its core. Once lost, it can take years, even decades, to rebuild. In conclusion, the cost of cybersecurity threats is not just about the dollars and cents. It's about the trust we place in digital technology. It's about the confidence we have in conducting our lives online without fear of our personal information being stolen or misused. The cost of cybersecurity threats extends far beyond the financial sphere, affecting our trust in digital technology. So how can we protect ourselves in the digital world? Well, you'd be surprised to learn that a lot of it boils down to basic yet powerful practices. Let's dive in. First on our list is regular software updates. Yes, those annoying pop-ups are actually your friends. Software updates aren't just about adding new features. They often contain patches to security vulnerabilities that hackers could otherwise exploit. So the next time your device nudges you to update your software, don't put it off. Next up, strong passwords. Avoid the temptation of using easy-to-remember and thus easy-to-guess passwords. Incorporate a mix of lowercase letters, uppercase letters, numbers, and symbols. And no, password 123 isn't a strong password. It's also a good idea to use a different password for each account. If remembering all these passwords feels like a chore, consider using a password manager. It's like a secure vault that stores all your passwords, so you only need to remember one. Now onto a slightly trickier territory: emails and links. Hackers often use phishing emails or malicious links to trick you into revealing sensitive information or downloading malware. These emails and links may look legitimate, but look closely. Check for oddities in the email address or website URL. Be wary of unsolicited emails asking for personal information or urging you to click on a link. When in doubt, don't click. Lastly, consider using a virtual private network or VPN, especially when using public Wi-Fi. A VPN encrypts your data, making it harder for hackers to intercept and misuse it. And there you have it. These are just a handful of steps you can take to protect your digital footprint. Remember, cybersecurity isn't a one-time thing. It's a continuous process requiring consistent vigilance and proactive measures. In the digital age, our safety and security are in our own hands. Let's not underestimate the power of informed and vigilant actions.